Hello Pythonistas, welcome to Pythonista Geek channel. So today we are going to see problem set 6, problem number 1, which is nothing but lines of code. So here in this program we are requested to print the number of lines available in a particular file. It is not just lines but specifically number of lines where we write the code available in a particular file. So for example, if you see here in this particular code, you can see the number of lines is totally 4, but number of code is nothing but only 2 lines. So they have said us that we can eliminate the hashtag lines because that is going to be comment, and also we can eliminate the blank lines available in a particular program so that we can specify the lines of code available in a particular program. Okay. Now, what we can do is they have also given us some instructions. So, in a file called lines.py, implement a program that expects exactly one command line argument, the name or the path of a Python file, and outputs the number of lines of code available in that particular file, excluding the comments or blank lines. Okay. So, what is this command line argument? One command line argument they have said, right? So what is this is nothing but while I run the Python code, I can just add the number of arguments also with the help of a space. See here, there is a space available and then FOO. So FOO is not a Python file. So they have said it is an error. So what they have said is we are going to so while running this particular line is only command line arguments. So Python is my keyword. This lines.py is my zeroth argument. So if considering an array, so lines.py will be my zeroth argument. Always zeroth argument will nothing but be actual code where we have written. Okay, so lines.py is the code what we are going to write. Then the first argument will be in this case the file which we are going to consider, and we are going to check how many lines of code are there. So here, if I am saying hello.py as the file, after python lines.py, I am going to write hello.py. Can you see here? Run python lines.py, then hello.py. If I just close this with this itself, then it is a good one. But they have also added another file. In our program, we are going to check only one particular file, not more than one file. So here, there are two arguments available. So we are going to exit the code with the help of too many command line arguments. If it is not going to be a Python file, if it is some other extended file, like here it is text file, then also we should throw an error saying that it is not a Python file, and then we should come out of the program. If everything is good, then it is okay. If the file is not existing, they have written a Python file only, but this file does not even exist in our code, then it should say that file does not exist and come out of the program. If everything is correct with the file name to be correctly written with .py, then we are going to output the number of lines available in that particular program. So now I think you are clear about what is this command line argument. Okay. So let us start writing the code with all the instructions given here. So I have already created lines.py. Now what I am going to do is, so the first thing is we need to check the number of arguments available in the running when we are running the program. So first I am just importing sys, so that whenever I am going to check, I want a library called as sys for doing all the system kind of operation. Now we are going to check first if the length of uh, sys.argv. So argument variable, argv is nothing but argument variable, is going to be lesser than 2. So why lesser than 2? As I said, Python is the keyword. After that, the Python file which we are going to run is going to be the zeroth file. Then the code for which we are going to find the number of lines is going to be the first one. So If it is not less than 2 means it should be either 1 or 0. So if that is the thing, then we are going to just enter sys.exit with the command like, so what they have said, the command to be too few arguments. Okay. Okay, so this is what we are going to do here. So if you want to check what is this uh, sys.argv, we can just write the print statement and check. Okay, so let us run this program and check. Python lines.py. Okay, so lines.py is available and it has set too few arguments because this is the only thing available in this array. Okay, so if I run the same thing with the help of another argument I'm adding, just xxx. Now if you can see, since 0 and 1, two arguments are available, it is already showing us without any error. Okay, now I guess you have understood this if statement clearly. Next we can go with the other conditions like elif length of this sys.argv is going to be greater than 2. Then what am I going to write in the sys.exit? We can just copy paste it. Too many command line arguments. Okay. After that, we are also going to check whether it is a Python file or not. So elif, sys.arguments, sys.argv of, so first variable, correct, is going to be, so this is a string basically. So dot ends with ends with dot py. So I am checking if this particular argument is ending with dot py is equal to false. So if it ends with dot .py, then our condition is correct. If it is not ending, we are going to exit the program. So only I have put the false here. Exit. It is not a Python file. Okay. So you might have a doubt like, why can I just write it like length of this equal to 2 means we can proceed, else we are going to system.exit, because here I am giving two different things, two different options to the user when we exit the program for the clarity. So only I have written it with two elif statements. So if everything of these things are good, then it is ready to go for our program, right? So I am just writing if all these things are good, I will just come out and I will just make it as else. I am going to put this argument, the first argument, into a variable, maybe file name equal to sys.argv. Okay. So we have put this particular file name inside the argument, inside a variable called as file name. Okay. Now all the things are over, well and good. Okay. Now what we are going to do? What we are going to do is we are going to write a code now. Like we are going to open a particular file. So why should I write the else? However, if all these things are going to be correct, I will just move on with my program, because If any one of things are wrong, we are going to exit the program. So I no need the else also. So I'm just cutting the else and writing the program as it is. Now I can write as with open. So these are the things available for file. If you see the David Millen's video, you can just know what are these things and all. Okay. So file name is our file which we are going to open, and I'm going to open it in a reading mode. Okay. As file. So I'm opening this particular file. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to read all the lines. So lines equal to file dot read lines. So this will particularly put all the lines inside the variable called as lines for us to read it in future in our local variable basically. So we are going to also check whether that particular Python file is available or not, right? So for that here we can use the try block, and with the help of the try, inside a try block, I am trying to open this particular file and read the lines. Okay, so I will write the except block here. So I am trying and I am accepting a particular thing called as file not found error, I guess. Okay, wait, let us check in the hint. Yeah, see, it will raise a file not found error if the file is not available. So I am going to accept file not found error, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to write file does not exist. Sys.exit. Okay, so we have just made all the conditions available, and we have also read what are the things available and put it in a local variable called as lines. Okay, now it is just counting process. So initial count will be equal to 0. Then we can write for line in lines. So basically lines will be the set of all the lines available, the whole folder, the whole file which we are reading, and line will be one line at a time. Okay. So here what I will do, I will just first check with the help of stripping. Line is equal to line dot left strip, L strip basically, because we are going to first delete all the spaces available on the left hand side because Python is full of spaces. Okay, so I am just deleting all the spaces available, and then we are going to check if line is going to start with hashtag. I am going to eliminate this particular scenario. I'm not going to count in because hashtag means it is a comment. So I will not do anything inside this. I'll just write continue. Then what is the other condition? I am going to also check ls line dot strip. I am stripping both the sides. If I strip both the sides and if I get only empty line means nothing will be there. It should be empty like this. So if it is like this, if I am stripping both the sides and only empty file is there, then also I am not going to count. I will just write continue. So these are the two conditions which they have mentioned for us. So I will just do these two conditions alone. And then if both of this thing is going to be correct, then it is going to be default a line of code. So else I will just write as count plus equal to 1. So count is equal to count plus 1 I am writing. And at the end I am just going to print my answer. And count. And I think We are done with this and let us check whether this one is working or not. So for this one, what I am going to do first, we are going to write Python lines.py. Okay, let us check how many lines is available in this particular code itself. Lines.py and lines.py. See, 24 lines are available in this particular code. Okay, perfect. And let us try with a check CS50. So what it is saying, I don't know. Okay, we should write check CS50, right? Okay, let us write it maybe. Okay, or let me try pasting here. Okay, I'll just check 50 CS50 iPhone problems iPhone 2022 iPhone Python iPhone lines. Okay, I think it should work now. Let us check it. I hope everything is clear here because I have taken time to explain this particular part because it is very important. In this full problem set, this will be very, very important for us. So I have taken time for this because in the other next programs, we will just copy and paste this particular part because we have taken a lot of time to explain it here. Okay. Now we can just submit and see it in the next video. Bye bye, friends.